Was good, y'all. Fats here with another video. We got some Skip and Shannon today. We're gonna watch a little bit of this Suns Mavericks segment from this game. I want to watch the Jaw segment, but Jaw's my guy. I really don't want to watch it, kind of, because I know that they're just gonna say what they gotta say, and it's not that they're wrong. It's not that they're wrong, but it's just I don't know. Maybe we'll watch a minute or two of it and see what they gotta say. But let's watch a little bit of this. Obviously, we do Skip and Shannon every Monday, so let's go.
What's your biggest takeaway from the game?
Maybe a little bit of a Clipper segment too if they have one.
I didn't want the game
I
to
need to see
end,
one
so I
though.
kind of wanted Luka to make that shot because I was hoping for overtime. But what
For
we
real.
saw on display yesterday
I want him
was
to make
four
that
of the
shit too.
top offensive players that the NBA has to offer, and they did not disappoint.
Mm.
KD was in his bag, 17 shots, 37
37,
points.
30. Yeah, this game was crazy, man. Got the reaction up yesterday. Make sure you go check it out. Hope there's some rally games today. Obviously, we'll react later.
You know why? Because he has the ultimate big brother now. Skip, I'm a younger brother. I got a big brother that was 3 years older than me.
Yep.
I did a lot of chirping because I wasn't worried about anybody beating me.
Since KD.
So I did a lot of chirping. And you see D-Book's about to start to do a lot more chirping. And I agree with Luka. Luka says, I got no problem. I like the competitive. I like the chirping going back and forth. But next time, let's not just wait till it's like 2 or 3 seconds in the ball game. Let's start this thing from the jump ball. Once we get to center court, and we start going up and down the court, let's keep that thing. Because Luka was giving to Book yesterday.
Yeah.
He didn't shoot a high percentage, but he got to the foul line, I think, 19 times.
He did?
Yep. He got 19 times. And 17 or 9.
We'll probably watch about 5-8 minutes of this, and we'll check out the Jaw. And I'm gonna see if they talked about the Clippers at all.
Kyrie was sensational. I mean, what
Kyrie?
can I say, Skip? I don't know if we're gonna get a matchup again like this. Hopefully
Hopefully
we
playoffs.
get this matchup in the playoffs.
Yep.
This is the matchup that we need, Skip.
Need it.
We need this. The NBA needs this.
Needs it.
And if we get
I've
this
been said that.
matchup-
I said that was the title of the video yesterday.
Hey, look
That's
here.
crazy.
I needed to go 7. I really need this matchup to go 7. But Skip, it was an outstanding ball game. And let me tell you why I can't take a whole lot of, because I just got to take what you said. You tell me Kyrie and Luka not going to work, and they're not that good. So how should I give, what grade should I give the Suns when they beat a team that the dynamic duo ain't going to work anyway, and it's not going to, and Luka's not happy. Now, it was now, I don't know how that Luka signed off.
What you got to say about that, Skip?
That's what they said.
Why would he?
Yep.
Skip, why would he not? Because he's going to make your job a lot easier. Because there are going to be times that when you're winded, you can go get the ball to Kyrie and stand in the corner.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, you can go to the concession stand because he's going to do his thing. But it was an outstanding ball game. Yes, the Suns now with Book and KD, or KD and Book. Let's put KD first. KD is the big gun. With KD and Book and Chris Paul doing what he does, Skip, he, what he give you?
3-0 now, right?
He gave you 11 points and 7 assists. Okay, fine. But Skip, they're gonna be tough now. They're gonna be a tough out because
I still got Curry over him.
And you see at the end of the game, Skip, and that's
And the
when
Nuggets.
KD was able to give Golden State.
Probably no one else. I was on the Clippers, but now I'm not.
The ball in his hands at damn near half court and say, KD, go get a bucket. And he's gonna either get a bucket, he's gonna get a great look. Skip, ain't gonna be no heave shot where they made it a tough shot. You can't make Kevin Durant take a tough shot. He's 7 foot tall and he's shooting the ball at a 10-foot apex. So how can you make him take a contested shot? You better double him and get the ball out of his hand.
Okay.
But Skip, this game was everything the NBA hoped it would be.
Yep.
Hoped it would be,
Yep.
and I couldn't take my eyes off it because it was like 4 of the greatest players that we have in today's game going bucket.
Yeah, I want to put Booker in there.
Shot for shot.
Maybe shot making wise.
I will second your emotion.
Hey,
But
Skip,
I have
what
some
you got?
very different
You better just be like,
takeaways.
Suns are going to the finals. Kevin Durant.
The start, which is that 7-foot monster who used to be
See?
with Kyrie
You
in
see?
Brooklyn and is now
You
a
see?
Phoenix Sun.
You see?
And I do believe he chose Phoenix because he wants to do everything in his power to help Chris Paul finally win a ring
Yeah, not
at
happening.
his advanced age.
Yes.
Okay, so yesterday, and I'm going to try to be nice about this. To me, that game was why I've always said that I believe Kevin Durant's a little better, just a little better overall than LeBron James. He's a much better shooter, obviously, than LeBron is.
Bro, get the fuck out of here. I might have to click off. I genuinely want to click off right now. Why do you even have to make it about LeBron? I don't even understand. First of all, it's not true at all. I want to say, it's not that it's not true, but it's not true. It's just not even close to true. It's not even debatable. Bro.
7 on 17 shots, it's impossible. He has the lowest ego of any superstar I've ever seen. He does
Basketball
not
wise, but off the court, he has the biggest
I was pulling my
burner
hair
accounts
out
and
for
shit.
a while because there was one stretch of that game with 9 minutes left in the second quarter, he had 16 points, really 9:28. And he went over a quarter, say a quarter and a fourth of a quarter, before he even touched the ball again. And I'm saying, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
In that stretch,
Josh
Okogie was going 0 for 8 from 3 because, Shannon, as you
Shot
know,
8 threes?
when you got Kevin Durant
a
and
lot of
Devin
threes to
Booker
shoot.
with Chris Paul orchestrating, there's going to be one free shooter on every possession.
Yeah.
I mean free shooter as in unguarded, uncontested shooter.
Facts.
So they tried Josh Okogie, who will defend at high level, and he plays his tail off.
Yeah, he's good. I like him.
In the second half, they go to Ish Wainwright, who, I don't know if you remember, he played at Baylor, and he's more of a defensive player. He actually played tight end, your position, at Baylor for a year, and then tried out for the Buffalo Bills as a tight end. And I'm saying, that Ish Wainwright, and they throw him in yesterday, and he made 4 out of 5 threes in the second half, and it was big to the outcome of the game.
They needed him.
They needed it badly. Because somebody is going to be dared to I'm talking about dared, and it's going to be the short corner shot where you're just over there by yourself and you just got to make them. Okay, so Kevin Durant finally says, okay, just give me the ball and get out of the way, and I will do this. And if we could just show for those who...
All right, I'm going to go check out a segment of this jaw. Let's see what they got to say. Sun's looking scary, though. Sun's definitely looking kind of scary, you feel? So, I guess we're going to see.
Reaction to what happened this
All
weekend.
right, let's see. Just their opening statement, just a little bit of this.
It probably took something like this, Jan, Skip, in order for Ja to realize the error of his ways.
Yeah.
Ja was traveling down.
Like I said, after this, if there's another thing that pops up, John, then I'm going to be very upset. I'm going to be very upset. I am upset about this, but I'm not thrown off the edge. You're still my guy. I'm still rooting for you. You're still praying inside my city, yeah. But you're still, great young player. Love you, John, but there was no... I liked your apology, man.
Now you really think you are invincible.
So, I really liked your apology, too.
On a road he didn't need to be on, and I hate
you're
that
listening to that. Bring them out for the money on a
very self-reflective. The NBA is not done with this. This is what we know.
Yeah, he might just spend it for a minute, bro. I'm hoping it's max like 5
what
games.
He did. He brought firearms to the facility. Now, I'm not sure it works like this, but I think it does. In the NFL, you cannot have a firearm on NFL premises.
Did he really bring it to the facility, though? How do we know that?
Stadium. I believe it is the exact same way with the NBA. You cannot have a firearm on the premises. Training facility, the arena. He had to have taken that gun on the plane from Memphis to Denver. He had to have taken that gun in the arena, or how else would he have gotten that gun and to do what
who was he in the club with?
Live. Gilbert Arenas was suspended, if I'm not mistaken. I think it happened like mid-December. He missed the rest of the season. I'm going to be very surprised if the NBA doesn't come down very, very harsh on Ja Morant. I like the apology. Hopefully he gets the help, whatever help that is, in dealing with what he needs to deal with.
This is bad, bro. This is worse than I thought. Now hearing Shannon talk about it, bro. This is a little worse than I thought, bro.
Good advice, Skip, is only good if the person that is receiving it adheres to the advice. That's it. Because I can see where this was heading. Ja was wanting to be something that he shouldn't have wanted to be. As I've said before, Skip, normally people think about it, Skip. John Gotti never said that he was a gangster. Meyer Lansky never said they were gangsters. Gangsters never tell you what they are. They do everything they can to perpetrate something that they're not. They're not what they, we know what they were, but they wanted to be outstanding gentlemen. Skip, they had businesses. They were just great in the community because they didn't want to portray that image. Why would someone have a $231 million contract that kicks in next year, a signature shoe, a Powerade national ad? Why would you want to be perpetuate that you're a gangster, that you're a thug? So it made no
I know he's
sense
under
to me.
police investigation
I
too.
love the
That's
fact that
crazy.
Ja apologized. He knows that he
Yeah, I
was
like the
wrong.
apology.
And hopefully,
I like the
Skip,
apology.
I don't believe, you know what, Skip, as I sat back and became very reflective myself this weekend, I do believe some of Ja peers, some of Ja homies have tried to reach out to Ja. But when you young and you got a lot of
Yeah, let's
money,
see what Skip
you're
has to
not
say.
willing to let them start falling.
Because the first point I would like to make about the IG Live that I about fell
Just
off.
why did he have to go on IG Live? Why? Why?
Whatever it was, Saturday morning.
I guess it just caught up to him, bro.
You can call me a stick in the mud, a grumpy old man, but this is what first hit me. What exactly was Ja Morant celebrating at 5:20?
Yeah, they lost.
They had just played in Denver what I would call a measuring stick game that I was very excited to see. I thought maybe Denver would show, Memphis would show me a little something on the road. They haven't. They were 12-18 on the road going into that game. They did show me something in the first half, Shannon. They were up 8 at halftime. They got blown off the floor in the
I don't care about
second half
that.
by 60. They just won it all, be at right after the game, because it doesn't seem to bother him one way or the other. Maybe all that's true. But now I get back to Ja. And obviously, Shannon, you and I have talked repeatedly on this show about incident after incident after incident. Washington Post reported last summer he's having a pickup game at his house with a 17-year-old star in Houston, and they get into it, and one thing leads to another. And according to the police, the kid got roughed up, and Ja popped him several times and in the face, and then went in the house and got his gun, stuck it in his belt, and was sort of brandishing his gun, if you will, or showing his gun to the kid. You don't want any of this. Then there was an incident at the mall with the head of security out in the parking lot, an incident that head of security took so seriously that he filed a police report against Ja and his friends.
Okay.
And then we had the incident after the Indiana Pacers game in Memphis, as you well know. They got into it during the game. One of Ja's best friends, I think it's his best friend, got ejected and then banned from the arena. And yet after the game in the parking lot, as the Pacers walked to their bus out on the loading dock, several reported that they had red dots trained on them from a car in which Ja was sitting. I don't know if Ja was responsible for the red dots, but the Indiana security people said those are the products of guns that they're training, obviously, lasers on us. Okay, so we got one thing after another leading to this. And you want to talk about brazen, in light of all that had just gone on. Wait a second. You choose to go on IG Live? It's not like it was just somebody's cell video, you know, some hanger on, some bystander posted some video. No, you posted the video.
Yeah.
And I guess
Alright, I think we watched enough of this, bro. I actually gave it a little more time than I thought, to be honest, but, yeah, man, that's hoping the best for John, man. They made it sound a little bit worse than it was. That's why I was really just trying to listen. And man, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts, man. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your fan. He's a clown, trash. I guess that's the only one.
I never
See what they
get
gotta
tired
say.
of this.
Hoping the best for John, man. Hoping the best for John, man. For real.
76 points last night in a Clippers 135.
Obviously, versus the Grizzlies last night without Ja. The Clippers got the first win. They came back. We got that reaction up. Really good game. Really fun to watch.
Los Angeles gave up 51 points in the third quarter. They were down 15
Watch a little bit of this.
entering
Call
the
it a day.
fourth. Then they rallied back for that big
Could
W.
this be the turnaround?
Shannon, what
Could
does
this be the
last night tell
turnaround?
you about Russ and the
That was a big
Clippers?
rebound.
Nothing. They won. They beat the Grizzlies without their best player.
Yep.
This is the Paul George and Kawhi Leonard skip. Everybody thought they were going to get when they got the Clippers.
Sure.
When Kawhi signed as a free agent and they traded for Paul George, this was the kind of production that everybody thought they would see on a normal occurrence. But Kawhi's been injured, in and out of the lineup. He missed all of last season. He's been load managing. Paul George has been injured, in and out of the lineup, load managing. So we haven't seen what we saw last night nearly enough. But give them credit. They found a way. They gave up 51, but I still say it again, Skip, it's because of their defense. Offensively, we know they can score because they have two elite-level scorers. Kawhi is an all-NBA player. Paul George is an all-NBA player. They got enough offense. Skip, they gave up 51 points in the fourth in a quarter. That tells me you're not playing any defense.
Damn.
Give them credit. They buckled down, and then they went and they outscored them, but they still gave up. If I'm not mistaken, I still think they gave up what? Look at my notes right quick. Lost my note. But
Yeah, to the game, you mean?
What they give up? What they give up? No, what they give up in the fourth quarter?
Fourth quarter was 38-17.
Damn.
So Memphis scored 17.
They
buckled. See,
they did.
They buckled down in They buckled down in the fourth quarter.
They did.
Gave up 51 in the third. Gave up 17 in the fourth. That's where they're going to win the game. They're going to win the game on the defensive end. They have more than enough offense because you have two guys that can go get you 30 with ease. Kawhi is a very efficient player. Paul George is not the efficient player that Kawhi is, but he's streaky.
Yeah,
he get hot.
He is.
He can go on a run by himself or go get 15, 16, 17 points in a quarter.
Yeah.
He can go get you 20. If they score 30, he can get you 20 of those 30.
Yeah.
And we saw last night, Kawhi and Paul George, the final 28, they had 25 of those final 28 points that the Clippers scored. So this is what we were expecting to see from Kawhi and Paul George. But the question is, Skip,
I mean, we haven't seen
defense?
it.
When y'all gonna start playing defense? Because look at the score. What was the final score last
It's
night?
not these last 6 games since they got Westbrook.
It was
it's not all Westbrook's fault. The
135
Warriors game was Westbrook's fault, and when he dropped the ball against the Kings, I wish.
you get
How come
what
on
I'm
Friday the
saying?
best games always happen, and then they don't get to talk about it?
You remember, think about what you gave, Skip. Think about how many points that you've given up over the last 5 games. A 176, a 130 this, a 130 that, a 129. You're going to lose a lot of those games.
Okay. On the bright side, I was extremely impressed. They even won the game last night because I thought they were cooked. You give up 51 at home to basically the backup Memphis point guard scoring 20, Tyus Jones scoring 20 in the quarter. I look at the numbers Memphis put up in a quarter, and it looks like they had good games. You know, like these numbers would stand up as good game numbers. Because Jaren Jackson had 11 and Desmond Bain had 11.
All right, I'm going to call it a day for the Skip and Shannon. I appreciate your support. Let's just grab them and know your thoughts on everything. I'm going to catch you on the next.